We are golden with Coffee City. My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and tonight we're having a very exciting episode of My Star with Asa. This time we have a very monumental person who is seated right here because the building is burning with knowledge at the moment. And are you ready for this knowledge? With me is someone who is a producer. He's a member, listen, of the Uganda Academy Selection Committee. Have you heard of something called the Oscars? This is the person I'm with. He is a festival judge. He is an arts journalist with the Daily Monitor. And above all, he is the main man here to captivate us with all the best in the knowledge of film and arts in Uganda and beyond Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, help me introduce none other than Andrew Kaggwa. Hi, Andrew.
What's up?
Cool. What's up?
Nothing much. Like it's been a long time coming. I've been seeing the show. Yeah.
The show and something interesting is the audience has been saying we need Andrew Kaggwa.
Like really?
That guy, we always see him and he's always speaking like lots of stuff, controversial stuff sometimes. And then, but definitely, all in all, at the end of the day, always what I know with you is knowledge is always being passed and people are learning a lot. And I'm sure it's the reason as to why most of them wanted you here.
Okay.
And you're most welcome. This is My Star with Asa.
Thank you very much. It's good being around.
It's an honor also having you here. So Andrew, quickly, let's delve into business.
Okay.
Yeah? You're an arts journalist with the Daily Monitor. Wow. Daily Monitor.
I have a very long journey with the Daily Monitor.
Okay.
Like I used to read a lot of it when I was growing up. It's one of the papers that my dad used to buy every day. Okay, he would come with 2 copies. When he was broke, you knew because he only came with Daily Monitor. When he had money, he would come with New Vision, he would come with Daily Monitor, and of course as we were growing up he could add on the Observer, but when he was broke he could only come with Daily Monitor. Yeah.
What is the secret behind Daily Monitor? They have unfiltered, uncensored things.
Yes, one that being unfiltered and uncensored, and then the fact that it felt like they were giving their writers the liberty to speak a lot when it comes to the area I love so much, which is the arts and culture. You could feel like you hear the voice of the writer. When they did not like a show, they could say they did not like a show. Like when you read other papers when they were talking about such topics of I did not like the show. Actually, people did not even tell us they didn't like the show. They would just tell us what happened at the show. So they let you think whether the show was good or bad.
But it's all up to you.
It's all up to you.
Okay. So your journey with Daily Monitor started a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
You're a festival judge and a member of Uganda. Okay, no. You're a member of the Uganda Academy Selection Committee.
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, very many people I know just recognize it when someone says the Oscars.
Now, that's why I brought it. Why don't they call it the Oscars? Member of the Oscars. Why do you say member of Uganda Academy Selection Committee? What's the difference?
It's because they are the Academy Awards. I know very many people are used to the Oscars. I wish I could remember the story of how they became the Oscars. I think someone said the statue looked like their uncle Oscar, something like that. And that's how people started using the whole thing of the Oscars. But those are Academy Awards.
Okay.
They are winners are selected by the Academy, an academy of voters. Okay. Academy of people that understand film in a certain way or that appreciate film in a certain way. So it's all about the Academy coming together and selecting your winners.
So why didn't they call it you've won the Academy Awards and not the Oscars?
Actually, that's what they say. But the Oscar name, I think, rolls off people's tongues easily. And of course, they do not really end up calling them the Academy because there's also an Academy of Music, which usually gives us the Grammy winners. Even BET has its own academy. So at the end of the day, when you say the Oscars, it's kind of points you to which academy we are talking about.
Uganda has struggled to make it to the Oscars. The last time, it's not an open secret, a couple of movies tried to make it to the Oscars, but one above all was Kwenye Order from Above. It didn't make it. What challenges did Kwenye Order from Above have?
Kwenye Order from Above had... okay, the reason why Kwenye didn't make it was very many technical situations.
Okay.
One, at that time, it was very important for the film to be submitted in the same format it was watched in.
Okay.
Kwenye Order from Above was supposed to be seen on DCP. Half of it in the cinema, we watched it on DCP, and then I do not know what happened. So it goes off when the film was screening, and then they change it to the laptop.
Okay.
One that was already bad enough.
For someone watching who they know DCP, what is DCP?
DCP is a format that's usually used to screen films in cinema.
Okay.
I do not know the simpler term I can use, but it's that format that they use when they are screening films in cinema. Now, most Ugandan films are not screened in cinemas on DCP.
Okay.
We go with an MP4 file, we give it to them, and they screen it.
Okay.
At times off a laptop, by the way. Yeah, because there are times you'll be watching and then you see VLC. Like, wait, how did you get it?
Okay, all right, let's go with that. So it changed from DCP to laptop format,
yes,
right?
to laptop format.
While they were watching, while you were watching?
Yes, actually, I think...
How did you notice?
Because, like I said, at times you're watching and then you see like a VLC somewhere. So, so that's what happened that time. Like, so it and like, Jesus Christ, what the hell just happened? Why are we becoming jokes at this level? But then it wasn't. Of course, when you get to notice, it was literally everyone's fault. I could not say it was just an entire fault of probably the filmmaker or who. But I think even us, as the selection committee, maybe there was that excitement of getting a film, and there was an oversight when it came to some things when we were selecting it. And of course, the copies we watched, which is the other thing when filmmakers have very many copies of their own movie. Like the copies we watched, there was a scene that when you watch in the cinema, it dragged on. I think it had the president doing an interview. Like it dragged on to one extent that it became comedy and a bit irritating for the kind of story. And you thought, I don't want to be represented like this. I do not want my country to be represented like this. So a lot of things played into us pulling a plug on Kwenye after pre-selecting it. Because it wasn't selected, it was pre-selected.
Okay. Why was it only Kwenye? Do we know other competitors who were close?
Ugandans did not actually submit a lot of films
during that time.
When we asked when we put the call out, Ugandans did not submit. It was Kwenye that was submitted, and we were excited about it because of the topic matter. I mean, it's Kwenye. Kwenye is quite a figure, and then of course the way Steve Anyen, that's his name. The way Steve tackles the story, the way he kind of humanizes the character of Kwenye, and getting into the life of the people that are around Kwenye and everything. I felt like it was beautiful. Like it was a film that you could think, if someone was doing it today, I would probably be all ears out, and I would be in position to tell them a lot of things they should do right. But it was a story that was supposed to be at such a level. It's a story that you thought if it was handled very well in all aspects, it would have been there.
All right, we have a lot to speak. Let's move on. Okay, so Andrew, how important is it for social media presence for an artist? Is it even important?
You see, funny
Do
thing
our
is,
artists, our filmmakers, our actors have a lot of following, and is it important anyway?
it's two-way. One, it's important in marketing, but you need to be very careful, actually, as a filmmaker, as an actor, as an artist. You need to be very careful. One, social media can help you connect with the audience. For Uganda, I do not really think there is a very big audience unless you're in a TV show.
Okay.
When you're in a TV show, one, you connect with the audience, and two, you market your TV show the more. Like, yeah, guys, don't miss today's episode or tomorrow's episode. You market yourself using social media. When you're specifically a film actor, still you can use it to connect with the audience, market a new film, but you can play around being scarce a bit. Like, you do not really want to be on social media way too much because you're exposing yourself way too much in the same way. So you can choose when to speak, when not to speak, when to post. It's better for someone to post and they do not respond to everything that comes through, because it's through the responses that you'll end up attacking someone.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I could say social media is important if used right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it add anything to an actor in terms of being marketable? If you have big numbers on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok?
That's a tricky one, because I've seen people that have involved influencers in their projects. The only problem is that there is no proof that these projects actually became a hit because these people were in.
There's no proof.
There is no proof. And there is no proof that Ugandans actually listen or pay attention to one actor because they have numbers. There are very many actors that have numbers, but we got to notice them, or they actually got their numbers after they were seen acting. Because, I mean, no offense, one of the biggest films I think people liked from Lokman, the short films he was releasing, one of the films people liked so much was 16 Rounds. And yet before 16 Rounds, there was Blind Date, which had Martha K. And Martha K has a very huge following. So you would have thought that Blind Date would have been more successful than 16 Rounds because it had Martha K, who has a very big following. So I don't really think there is any proof that the big numbers will actually culminate into the big numbers of eyeballs, people watching.
Oh, okay. Okay, since there is no proof, how can we make the local audience like our movies? Because at the moment, when you go to book a day, you'll find many soap operas there. People are watching, and it is these Indians, Koreans. Why? You're a media personality, you're close to the TVs. Why don't TVs show more of Ugandan movies? You never know, this is how we can get people watching and loving our movies, you know? Nigeria has African Magic all over in Nigeria. It has very many Yoruba channels, etc. Why is it that Ugandans are not showing Ugandan films in local channels?
Your companies are not investing.
What do you mean?
No, okay. One, our companies are not investing in the industry. The countries we are talking about, Nigeria, has many of their telecom companies investing a lot. Their corporate companies, manufacturers, and the rest are investing a lot. At the moment, I believe the most watched TV at the hour of 8 must be Power Magic Prime.
Yes.
And that's because of Sanyo and Prestige. But if you look at the investment that Power Magic is throwing behind Sanyo and Prestige, you look back and you're like, okay, can NTV manage $5,000 on a daily basis for just an episode? Because at the end of the week, that will be $25,000. Are they making that money? So instead of giving people half-baked things, at times it's better for them not to have, because even when they buy content, they can only buy it a bit cheaply. Like no TV station in Uganda is going to pay you the money you spent on production. You know why? Because to produce a beautiful episode of 30 minutes, you might find that you need about 10 million. Now, if a TV is going to buy an episode at 10 million, are they going to make that money back when your show is showing? Like, how many advertisers in Uganda are you going to ask to spend 10 million at the year of 8 when your show is on?
But to be realistic, Deception was successful, okay? Tricksters was successful. The Hostel was successful.
Yes, they were successful, but they were successful.
Can they subsidize
via eyeballs?
And still give people the
via eyeballs. But are we sure that financially the TV stations could make back, say, 15 million if that's what they were paying per episode? Like, are we sure that they could get advertisers where when you put them all together, they are at least making 30 million?
So what would be done to advocate for this? Because it has been proven, Andrew, that whenever a TV shows these shows and etc, whenever they show it in their TVs, they have been successful and household names. I'll give you new names. Hostel was a household thing. etc. So even second chance came one time, I remember. A Ugandan second chance, and it was successful. But so if that's the direction, why don't we go with that direction?
Of course. Okay, first, I remember the actual question you asked was why Ugandan shows are not as successful. Just to answer that, it all comes down to consistency. One, people will see a film like The Girl in the Yellow Jumper. They will like it, but then it will take probably 2 years for another film to come out, and it's marketed as The Girl in the Yellow Jumper. But then even if other films keep coming out and they are well marketed, they literally happen like eclipses. See, an eclipse happens once in very many years, and it's the exact thing we are doing with our content. For instance, right now we know we are having Kafako coming out. There is Mania. There is, I think, another film by Swaib, whose title I don't remember. There's another, Beneath Beauty. So we have about 4 films that we know that are coming out. Imagine, they're just 4. And how many months do we have to the end of the year? August, September, October, November, December. But we only know 4 films that are coming out, which means if each and every one of these films comes out once in the next months, one, most of them are not going to do a theatrical run. They won't be in cinema for 7 days. If people come and watch it and they like it, they will have the other 3 weeks of that month when they are like, okay, where is the next big deal coming out from Uganda? And within those 3 weeks, they will get other interests, which could be a Nigerian film on Netflix, a Kenyan film on Netflix, or things elsewhere. So we do not have that consistency that after Girl in the Yellow Jumper, Mania shows up. Before Mania is even out, Kafako is in. Before it's done its days, another one is in. We do not have that consistency. So most of our films come, people are impressed, and then they leave a void of, okay, so when
What
is the
next?
next film coming out?
Yeah.
And then before we know, another one comes out, probably it's poorly marketed, people like it, and as they are still liking it, they go back into the whole break of when is the next thing coming out. Like, for example, we have Sanyo and the rest on Power Magic, they are soaps. But where are the other soaps on other TVs? Like, where are the soaps on the other pay TVs which people are also paying for? So we need that consistency. We need to be in people's faces, because technically that's what music did. Music was in people's faces until they noticed.
So, just slightly before we leave that topic, I've realized that even when a Ugandan channel comes and does that, I think there's a UBC channel which shows more of Ugandan music. The subsidiary of UBC, it's Magic One, I think, right?
Okay.
It shows a lot of Ugandan music and movies, I think. But then why is it that it doesn't still push out? Why don't... Now, Pearl Magic came, and unfortunately, people can't access... Okay, a big majority, apart from the elite. Because you'll find the package people are paying for Pearl Magic Prime to watch Sanyo and Prestige is a little high, right?
Yes, that's true.
Now, why doesn't a channel in Uganda...
It's prime content.
Yes. Okay, why doesn't a channel in Uganda, let's say a Pearl Magic, come in Uganda, right? And then they say, let us show only Ugandan movies. 8, 9, maybe Sanyo, Prestige, for example. And why is it that still, even when Magic One came, people were not watching? But anyway, Top TV came and people were watching. So why don't we get something like that in Uganda? And will it be successful?
Like getting our own version of Power Magic,
Yes.
but in Uganda?
Yes.
How will it make money? If
That's the question now.
because you see, the reasons people were not willing to pay a lot of money for Ugandan content is because everyone was trying to ask themselves how they were going to actually make money.
Okay.
The moment they can figure out how they can make money, trust me, they will be coming through.
Okay.
It's all about us answering that question: how are they going to make
Pearl
money?
Magic is making money.
Power Magic is making money because there is subscription to it. If we are going to get an accessible TV that's probably free to air, we must figure out how it's going to make money.
Yeah. Okay, cool. How can filmmakers make money in the industry? Who are the filmmakers making the films for? We have talked of money, so how can they make money in the industry?
Yeah, okay. You see, I've been very lucky to be part of a marketing team for a film, and when you're marketing a film, some of the very first questions you ask yourself is, who is this film talking to? I'm marketing a film, and I'm lucky that when I watched it, I knew who exactly the film is talking to.
Okay.
I managed to find who exactly the film is talking to.
Yeah.
Now, in Uganda, we are producing very many general films, like for a general audience. The most dangerous thing is producing a film for the general audience, because that's general. It's very general. Like when you're very particular, one, you know where your audience is, you know where they go to church, you know what they eat, you know their preferences. So you're going to produce a film that speaks directly to them. The Nigerians did it through churches. Tyler Perry did it through churches. Like, he knew his film is going out to a black woman who goes to church, listens to her pastor, and her pastor is on the pulpit saying, "Praise the Lord," and the entire audience says, "Amen."
Amen.
So he made films for that particular woman. But remember, when women are consuming things, women refer a lot. When women like something, they will tell their friends about it, which is totally different from men. Like, a man will come, watch a film like Black Panther, they like it, and they go. It's
And
not
business
like
as usual.
like they be normal as usual. Like a woman will tell their friends about it, like, man, that film is good. You should get time and go and watch it. It's good. They will even remind you, but did you watch it? You should watch it. When you watch it, they come and sit with you now to discuss the film they watched.
So what happens to men who do that?
Do
Who
they?
go and discuss? They say, let's also discuss about it.
But do they? I've not I've not met men that do that.
And they start discussing a soap opera and all that.
They
not,
don't.
That's weird, right?
So women are that kind of
So
audience.
they're a softer target for marketing. Is that what you're saying?
Not as okay. I'm just speaking about that kind
That
of
niche.
audience. Like Tyra Perry understood that audience.
Yeah.
He did films for them of a woman coming from the bottom to the top, a woman whose husband probably did some bad things to her, and she came out at the top and she redefined her life. That whole winning mentality and everything. And trust me, that winning mentality works for churches, like coming from the bottom, and it ends when you go to the pastor and prays for you and everything is okay. It works very well for the churches. So his films were easier to market in churches, and more so even with churches, they had to be very particular. Churches with black people.
Okay.
And he literally built an empire on that formula.
A filmmaker wants to make it to the Oscars. What should they have?
The starter pack.
What should their film have?
One film is art.
Yeah.
So at times no one really cares about the message, because you know how Ugandans are really obsessed with the message. Message is good, by the way, but one of the things you need to notice is that this is an art. You're supposed to be exceptional literally in all the fields. The way you're telling your story, the way the cinematography has been worked on. If you're choosing to use music to move your message, you should do it exceptionally well. And then, of course, at times, the subject matter you're looking at, because it's the subject matter that will help you stand out of the pack.
Okay.
But above it all, the most important thing is that your film should be in a language that's not English.
Okay. That's the first.
That's the first and literally the most important thing.
Fully?
No,
Or there can be some
70%.
English. Okay, 70%.
70%
Okay.
in a language that's not English.
30% is English, no problem.
So which means your film can be in French, it can be in Spanish, but it cannot be in English.
Okay.
Yes.
But we're talking of Uganda now. Can you have French or
you never know. By the way,
it means Luganda?
I'm one of the people that think we can have a Ugandan film that has French in it.
Okay.
Say if you're casting well and you're not even thinking about the Oscars, you're thinking about the audience.
Yeah.
You can think about, we have a very big Congolese audience back here, very many Congolese around, and they understand French. You can write a story that fits them, and it can be in both Luganda or any other language and French.
Oh, so wait, it doesn't have to be only 2 languages. It can be like 3 foreign languages, including Luganda, as long as there's no English.
So long as those other languages, 70% of it.
Wait, so to make it to the
English
Oscars, strictly we're talking of English, not a foreign language out of the Ugandan languages. We're speaking of English only.
The only language that shouldn't, English should be less than 70%.
Should be 30%.
30 or less.
30 or less.
Yes.
But then, what I want to get here clearly is, you can have 30%, English.
Yes.
So what I want to know, is it 30% English and any foreign language, and then 70% the indigenous local languages within Uganda?
No. It's 70% languages that are not English.
Okay.
The whole thing, that category was indeed called foreign language. And the foreign languages we're looking at was anything that's not English.
Why do they focus on English?
Because Americans speak English,
Okay.
and the main purpose for this category was to cut on the dominance of America as a country when it comes to the dominance of the film industry.
As a member of the selection committee in Uganda, would you, if you had 2 films on the Oscars, right, on your committee that came, and then one has Luganda, 70% Luganda, and then 30% the English, of course, and then another Ugandan filmmaker brought a film which has 70% French, Spanish, and Kiswahili, and 30% English. Who of the two would have a better chance? These are all Ugandan filmmakers.
I think I would look for the film that has the right subject matter. Like, unless, like, it would be a hard choice if these 2 films are all very strong when it comes to the subject, and they are all strong technically and strong with sound, then it would be hard. But there are more chances that I'll go with a film that's stronger with the subject matter. But just know that they are both very, very eligible, because they both have 30% of English and the other languages.
Andrew just played us politics. He has refused to let the cat out of the basket. He has given us that all are correct. There's no... oh my God, you're being a wise judge. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's just go for a short break. And when we come back, we're going to leave the business part of this and go to the easier side. Let's see, who is Andrew? He's always speaking serious stuff. Let us see the other side of him. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and we're going for a short break. This is Coffee City, our amazing host, brewing the best coffee in Uganda. See you right after this break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and now we are having Andrew Kaggwa here to give us the other easier side of his, the one which is less serious. So Andrew, are you ready for this?
Okay.
So Andrew, in your work, you have many fans. Would you date a fan? Would you date a fan if this beautiful girl came and said, Andrew, I like how you write, I like your work? Would you date a fan?
If the feelings are mutual. If the feelings are mutual, like, why not? I mean,
why not?
Like, love doesn't choose that this is a fan and so it shouldn't happen. And I mean, I do not even look at people and consider them fans. Like, at times I get surprised when people are like, I'm your fan. I'm like, well, what exactly do you mean?
So Andrew, what is the most weird thing that a fan has done for you? Not to you, but for you.
For me? Fans are... like, okay, it's weird when you say fans, because I rarely think of the people I usually meet as fans.
You just don't know.
Yes, I rarely think about them as fans. I think of them as people that read my work, and maybe that's all. Yeah, but I think someone gave me a painting of my article. There is a story I did. So someone went and got the entire story as it came out in the papers.
Wow.
And they got a painter to repaint the story, but as a paint. And it's somewhere in my room.
Oh, ooh la la. And then speaking of the room, if we entered your house right now, what is the first thing we shall see when we just enter your house?
There is photography. Like,
is it that painting?
That painting is there, but I think since it's on this side, there are chances you'll see the photography first. My huge bean bag, like I'm a sucker for comfort. And then, of course, a lot of books.
Ooh, reading and reading and reading. And then if we enter your house and open the refrigerator, what are the first 3 things we shall see? What is a must that don't miss there?
Hey, trust me, Guinness.
Oh, you like the cold one?
Coffee.
Second, coffee.
Okay, there is Guinness. There will be coffee. You'll find fruits.
Fruit
because
salad.
I really like fruits, especially these days when I go back late. I really like my fruits. And of course, water.
Water is there as a must. Okay, so Andrew, taking you down memory lane, what is your worst childhood memory?
My worst childhood memory, like, geez, it was at the National Theatre. So we come to
Wait,
perform.
you were a child already when you're in National Theatre?
Like, I've literally grown up around the arts.
That was 1960, what?
So we come to the National Theatre to perform, and I was the more exposed one.
Yeah.
So I used to lead the songs, and you know how you lead and then the others sing. So we come to that National Theatre, and they place us in the curtains behind because there was another choir performing. So you're behind. When this choir finishes, they go off and they open the other curtain, and you guys move at the front so that you can start performing. They would use that to save time because as you're performing, they close the curtain and another choir moves back. So we had not rehearsed at the National Theatre. We had rehearsed like from out. We knew our thing.
You went all
so
blazed.
we get in. When the curtains opened, the light was too much. We had not seen all those lights before. And I, as a choir leader, I froze.
What? And it was short time.
And now everyone froze. So the bell rang, and we continued looking.
What? And
So the
audience also
bell
looked at you.
rang again, and someone behind tries to start a song, and someone next to him is like, I don't think it was even a worse moment, but it was that shock of, geez, this is the National Theatre.
And like it was full, people were watching.
It
and
was
all that.
full.
Oh my God. So did that whistle like kickstart you and people like, shh?
Someone behind was like, shh. So anyway, I later started the song. We did not really do well on that piece. But geez, when we came back for our second piece,
Fire. You showed them.
we won fire.
The embarrassment disappeared.
Yes.
Okay, and what is your most useless talent? The most useless talent? You're a writer, but you have that talent which is good, but you don't use it. What's that most useless talent you have?
I don't know if it's useless, but I sing.
Oh, you sing.
Yes.
It's useless because you don't make money off it.
I don't make money off it.
But you sing.
But I
Is it in the
sing.
shower or like?
I sing, trust me. Those
That's
things,
songs.
apparently we have an event at home and choir and everything. I do sing.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do not make money off that thing.
But it's there, the talent is
Yeah,
there.
it's there. And trust me, I can challenge some of those people that are calling themselves artists.
Swang's Avenue has had. What's your annoying habit?
I think when I'm nervous, I start peeling my own nails. Like, you know how you peel your own nails?
You don't bite them, you just peel them off.
I just peel them off. And most of the times you finish peeling and you're like, geez, like, what have I just done?
Okay.
So yeah, it's quite a very annoying habit.
Okay. And Andrew, finally, if you had a chance to write a book about yourself, what would the title be?
The title, Lost and Found Festival.
What? I'm interested in knowing what is that. Why the Lost and Found Festival?
I think when it comes to festivals, I've attended each and every one of them. And where I say Lost and Found Festival, there was a time someone took my picture at Nyege Nyege, like I was really tired. And then
were you having a Guinness?
that time I wasn't, but I was just tired. And then someone captioned it, if lost, please deliver to the next festival.
Oh my God.
The person that wrote that had been with me from Zanzibar. Like, we had done Zanzibar, we did Lake of Stars in Malawi, we did Chigali up, and then we came to Uganda and did Bayimba and eventually Nyege Nyege. So
then he came and hit you again.
so like he found deliver to the next festival.
Okay, so nice. Okay, the Lost and Found Festival. Okay, that's amazing. I don't know what mine would be though. So Andrew, finally we've come to the end of our show.
Thank
It's
you.
been an honor having you here. I'm sure there's lots of knowledge that has been breezing throughout this conversation. And I'm sure,
I hope so.
yeah, I'm sure very many people are going to come over and have a lot of words with you. So where can people access you and all that?
I'm very much available on Twitter,
Okay.
on Facebook. I know very many people come to my inbox when they have screenplays.
Okay.
I will start giving them an invoice.
Oh.
Though, yeah, but I'm very available on those platforms.
Yeah, Facebook and Twitter mainly.
Yes.
Okay.
For
Instagram?
WhatsApp at times there are too many messages. Instagram I'm also available. I don't think I'm as active as I would want. Yeah, but
So
I'm
that means
available.
you don't do TikTok.
I don't. I do not do TikTok.
Okay, so Andrew, I'm just going to request you to do something simple for me. Just look into the camera and give your closing remarks within just use 30 seconds. And after, you can tell people to subscribe to the channel as well. Then I can close.
Hi, it's been good hanging out with you guys. I hope what I've said changes a life out there. And I hope your next screenplay will actually be targeted to a specific audience. That's very important. But do not forget to subscribe and like and share and pass the message on. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel.
My Star with Asa.
My Star with what?
Asa.
With
Asa.
Asa.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Je m'appelle Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun. Je suis ici avec le journaliste. Il s'appelle Andrew Kaggwa. Ladies and gentlemen, did you get lost? My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and I'm here with Andrew Kaggwa, the biggest journalist around. And he's also a movie critic. We didn't talk about that, but my friend, if you see his articles, it's fire. Ladies and gentlemen, I've come to the end of this show. Why would I speak when I've got lots of wisdom that has already passed through here? I only have one job, and that's to close this amazing show. But remember, please subscribe to My Star with Asa and hit that notification bell to get all the best of our content, which comes weekly. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I'll say ciao, adios, I'm done.